backwards, because we're talking about the end of the season, but how'd you guys all get into Lost Girl?
How did what?
How'd you guys all, okay, that's not going. How'd you all get into Lost Girl? Like, did you try out for it? Did you, like, see if...
I wore leather pants and charmed Kris. That's literally how I got into Lost Girl.
Pretty much. I lost the power of speech when Rachel Skarsten walked in the room. And the producer basically said, "Oh, I think she's the right one then."
Because we're doing our scene, and I took a step towards you.
You did.
And then you just didn't say anything, and in my mind I was like, is that my line? Is this my line, or am I supposed to be saying something?
And I literally just kind of got lost in her eyes. I was like, holy shit, this woman's beautiful. And
and then the network was worried about
and I almost got fired because of it.
So I wore leather
That's
pants.
how Rachel's, yeah, well, because sometimes, like, Rachel joined us in season 3, so sometimes they'll do chemistry tests with people. And so I read with a few actresses who were kind of narrowed down, and yeah. And when Rachel walked into the room, that's literally what happened. And they thought, oh, that'll be a good challenge for Kris.
Well, because I think initially they'd wanted us to have a romance. And then then we did like a couple episodes and they're like, well, I guess that's not gonna happen.
No, you know what it was? They were planning to do 22 episodes that season. Remember? Jay was full on selling the network. In fact, he was being, which if you're a network exec, I don't recommend doing this. He basically told the network, we are doing 22 episodes. And they, so we planned it, we arced out our stories that way, but then when we only did 13, they had to shorten all the storylines. And the Dyson Tamsin love interest got lost. So we were building towards that, and then it quickly disappeared. Aww. I know. Aww. All that speechlessness for nothing. I was acting my ass off there so they would pick her, and I didn't get it. Although we did get to make out once.
It's true, that was so weird.
Of course, you do realize I was looking up one of the stats, and I don't know if anyone else thought this was funny, but overall the number of episodes ended up being 69.
Dude. No, we actually have 77 in the end.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't an updated number, alright.
Yeah, 69 plus 8.
I was enjoying that.
That's good math, huh?
Rain on my parade, Kris. Rain on my parade.
Sorry, what? Hey. What was the question? How did we get our part?
How did you get your part?
Rachel. Wow, did you hear that echo? I am the voice of Odin. No, sorry.
Can't take you anywhere.
Do that a lot. Hi over there. Right-hand side crew. Say hi.
Why is there like this big gap?
Yeah, can you guys come closer for crying out loud? What's this meant for, like, press?
They have VIP seating.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, how did I get cast? I read the script, Michelle Lovretta's pilot script, and I loved it. I was like, this is something that I really want to get involved with. Like I said, I'm a geek. I grew up reading fantasy, Dungeons and Dragons, Dragonlance. I know. And so when I read this, I was like, yeah, this is an opportunity to take all of the make-believe storytelling that I used to do in the woods with my dog and my bow and arrow and have a professional application. And who doesn't want to make money, make believe? So I replaced my headshot with a headshot of a timber wolf. And I came into the room on all fours and started sniffing people's butts. Yeah, you didn't know this?
You came into the... No.
Naked, of course.
I totally believe that. You also totally believe that I had a heart-shaped... Oh yeah! We're going up to the hotel room! And she goes to me, she's like, oh, how's your room? I'm like, yeah, it's good, it's fine. How's yours? She's like, oh, I have a heart-shaped jacuzzi in my room. And I got so peeved. And then it was a lie. Well, she leaves, she's all mad. Why would you lie about that?
The told a lie?
I was like, I've got 2 rooms and this giant jacuzzi tub shaped like a heart in the middle of it. It's amazing. Okay, you are on the top floor. I know, not in my defense. That was another bone of contention when we checked in because Rachel's like on the basement. like, I'm Emmanuelle Vaugier, you'll be in the penthouse. Rich Skarsten, you're in the basement. You realize that everyone in that elevator, and they didn't even know us, started
now
laughing
half
when you
of
left.
it, like Idaho team thinks I'm a retard.
Anyway, Kris, continue. So yeah, you came in on all fours.
Yeah, and then they needed to, so I got past the prelims and talked to them about what I thought about the character, and then you need to do a screen test, chemistry test. So Anna Silk came in the room, and it was between myself and another gentleman and 2 female actors. And the thing with Anna and I don't know, we hit it off, and we had to do part of our audition scene was a kissing scene. And I don't know, I just picked her up, and I slammed her against the wall, and we broke the drywall. And yeah, the story the exec tells, our fantastic exec Jay Firestone, was that when we broke that wall, he knew he had found his too. So that's it.
For me, I was in Vancouver shooting. I think I was doing Human Target at the time, and I had read the script, and I really liked it as well. Originally it was for a different character, and I was like, well, it didn't end up going in that direction. And I actually really loved the Morgan character, and that, you know, they basically were like, well, would you like to do that? And I said yes, and then that, but originally it was only supposed to be a couple of episodes, like it wasn't, I mean, I don't know what the plan was originally, if she was going to be in the series the way I ended up being in it more than what I thought, because
when they saw what Emmanuelle Vaugier can do, they said, we need this woman.
Or maybe they were just scared.
For 5 seasons.
When they saw how she could wear a dress.
Well, yeah, when I saw her in that red dress, I remember being like, are we going to hook up in the show? Because that would be pretty cool. Morgan Wolf, I mean, come on.
That's not the Fey way.
Oregon?
The more.
I'm doing the ship stuff, right? What is it?
Yeah, what is it? What's the ship?
Well,
ours is, what is ours?
Who, you and I?
You and I.
Damson?
No, it's Wolf and Valkyrie. It's...
Walkery? Wolf? We morph into a gay German wolf boy. With wings, flies to the air, reincarnating dead royals. Chasing tails. Whew. This coffee's good.
You need whatever you're having. Tea's not really, herbal tea doesn't...
I love we're still on the same question.
Thank you guys for answering my question.
Thank you for asking that. That was like a therapy session. I'm much better now.
I just want to say this is my first con and first time cosplaying.
Thank you for joining us and being Velma. Of course, my God, Scooby-Doo.
My question is, when was your guys' first con?
San Diego Comicon was my first con. Long time ago. Like for Saw 2 or something. We were down there. I think that was...
Oh no, my first one was before Lost Girl even came out. Anna Silk and I went to the Toronto Comicon, which is called Fan Expo, and sat at a little table. We had shot the entire first season, but it hadn't aired yet. And so here we were sitting there like this. Lost Girl signs around. And I think over the weekend, 4 people walked up and went, "Hey, who are you guys? What's all this about? Are you Chris Martin? No, oh, you're not? Oh. Okay, well, good luck with the show." That was our first Fan Expo experience. It was a little traumatizing.
So sad.
No, literally, ask Ed about it. It was hilarious. We were like, literally, it was like, you know, dust bunnies going past. But then the next year we went, and 2,000 people came to our panel, and it was like, it was amazing. So, Lost Girl wins.
So at that point, you'd already done the Tudors, though, hadn't you? When you guys...
Yeah, but nobody watches that show.
I watched that show. I did.
That's how
I watched all 5 seasons of that show.
Well, thanks. They all just thought it was Chris Martin from Coldplay, though.
Mine was the Toronto Expo as well, and it was right after, I guess we'd filmed the 3rd season, and I had no idea what to expect. And we hadn't sat at a table or anything, we just did the panel first, and I came out, and I just heard this like roar of people, and I was so nervous. I was like, just don't trip, just don't trip, just don't trip. Just walking out the whole way because I had worn heels. Big mistake. So yeah, that was my first.
But these are amazing. Like honestly, I've grown to really love the conventions. Like just to have a place where people can come and express themselves with whatever they're passionate about, no fear of judgment. Like really just show what they're into, right? I mean, what a great venue. And their popularity is taking off, I think, because of that. I mean, like honestly, thank you guys for dressing up, cosplaying, and being into it.
Well, I think also it's so cool, all the friendships and stuff that are made through the conventions for us and for you guys. It's like, you know, we end up seeing a lot of the same people coming to the different cons and stuff, and it's fun. It's like you really form like kind of a bond and a relationship with different people, and it's like, oh my god, and you see them cosplay as different things, and it's like, that's such a cool costume. And,
well, who saw, can you guys zoom in on my phone again? Who saw Emmanuelle's cosplay? Can you guys see this?
Push it.
There it is.
Right there.
All right.
I really like Karen Gillan.
Turn it.
Into My Little Pony.
There you go.
Dragon God.
Now there's a My Little Pony.
So we have just as much fun here as you guys do. Oh yeah, I'd never done that before. I mean, I dressed up for Halloween, but that was never, like, I've never dressed up at a con before in cosplay, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be a pony. I kept seeing like Rainbow Pony walk by, and I was like, I wanna do that.
Well, we were talking about this last night. We're sitting on set in the hair and makeup trailer. I think it was Paul, myself, maybe Kris, Anna, and we're all sitting there getting our hair and makeup done, and our phones ding, like kind of ding ding, like ding ding, like all at the same time, and we're all kind of like, like this at the same time, and then we're like, and message you too. She sent us this text being like, which My Little Pony should I be? Here are some options. And it was purple pony, rainbow pony, pink pony. I voted rainbow, I didn't win. But
Purple Pony is Twilight Sparkle. Okay. Let's get it right.
All right, I know we only have a couple minutes left, so let's.
okay, let's try and get all these.
No, we're not
questions.
leaving. We're
Okay,
gonna just sit
we're gonna
here.
be fast.
Forget Karen. We're staying. Quick.
Okay, how did you guys get into acting, and would you have any tips for somebody who would want to be into TV acting?
If there's anything else you like doing, do that. Because it's hard. But if there's nothing else that you want to do and it's your passion, go for it, and don't let anyone tell you differently. I got into acting kind of by mistake. My dad passed away when I was little, and he'd done work with this organization, and they had a local television show, and they invited my mom on because they were like kind of honoring him for the work that he'd done. And my brother and I were just there, and I guess an agent had seen the show and contacted my mom. And then I did a Honeycomb commercial, and the rest is history.
I'm gonna look that up.
How'd you get into acting?
I did a school play in 2nd grade. I had, it was like a Christmas pageant thing that we had all written together collaboratively, whatever. And I didn't have a speaking role. I was an angel and just sat there and like walked along. I think we had a little song.
The irony, you were an angel.
And then, but I was an understudy for this other girl's role, like the narrator or something, that would stand on the edge of the stage and narrate the play. She got sick one day. And,
Poisoned her.
and I took over. And then I got them, like, I really loved it, and I, same thing, I just did, I started doing school plays and stuff like that, but I agree with Rachel. If there's anything else that you want to do more, do that. It is a tough road, and it really takes a lot of perseverance and passion, and you just got to really stick with it.
Yeah, I always wanted to be an actor. I don't know why particularly, but when I went to university, I was doing this sport called modern pentathlon, and I was on the national team. And there's no funding really for athletes in Canada, So I was broke in my second year of university, and I was sitting at this little bar in Montreal, and I looked in the newspaper, and there was this want ad, actors, models wanted. And it was one of these kind of bullshitty agencies where you pay $500 to get your headshot. And it was it was like my last $500. I went and did it, and the first audition that came along was for a period piece kids movie. And I had these skills. The sport I did had horseback riding and fencing in it. And so after 5 auditions, I ended up shooting in Prague for 6 weeks doing this movie. And I guess that, for me, what that is a real sign of is that which is meant for you will not pass you by. That's one of these sayings I've always sort of loved. And as far as if you are looking to get into it, it is about perseverance. It's about, and commitment, and training, and just don't give yourself the option to fail. Because it takes a while to get into it. It's a very cliquey sort of industry.
Yes.
But if you can now, there's so many venues for you to create your own work. You can do little shorts, you can get them out on Vimeo or YouTube. One of the hardest things to do is to get an agent or to get your first job. So the catch-22, right? You need an agent to get a job, yada, yada, yada. But now you can make your own stuff, and then you can show yourself, you can show your talent. And if you have talent, or if you built your talent, you will rise. It's inevitable, because especially in this country, they're always looking for fresh talent. They're looking for people who are gonna do the next great thing. And so yeah, I mean, just believe in yourself and keep going for it, and train. You gotta make sure you know what you're doing.
I do a lot of community theater.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
I hate to do this to everyone in line. We've got time for one more question, though.
Oh no, okay, we'll be really fast. Ask your question,
Yeah.
we'll do short fire.
We'll get through all these questions.
Okay, what's your question?
What was your favorite relationship on the show between any of the characters?
Vex and Morgan. Okay, go through that. Vex and Morgan. I was like, who's Vex? Right, Paul, yes, Vex. What's your favorite relationship? Between characters?
with other characters?
Or just mine?
Yeah, mine with Paul.
Okay,
yeah,
Vex.
Yeah, no, Paul Amos, he's all right, but I mean, come on, Jesus. Yeah, Paul and I are really close friends in real life. My
Okay,
God, we've
faster.
had so many good ones, my God.
Okay,
I really like Ksenia Solo, and I had a really great relationship.
I know you have a lot of experience, but are you ever scared of doing something as an actor, and how do you get over the fear of doing that?
Yes, dancing like a wolf. No. I was drunk when I did that scene, okay, guys? Just kidding, I wasn't. Kissing me? Really? Fine.
To be like really sexy is like kind of hard when you have to like play up that like ooh, or like having like any kind of sexy scene.
Yeah, because I can see that just doesn't come natural to you. You're so not sexy. I think for me it was orgasming in a bed with
Oh my God, yeah.
with Lauren on camera over and over again. I'd get over that one.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That takes the cake.
Okay.
Fake orgasms is no fun.
We have one more.
Okay, last question.
Let that be a lesson to all you people out there. No more fake orgasms for anybody, okay? Life's too short for fake orgasms.
If you guys had to do any sort of role playing or any sort of dressing up for Comicon, group or individual, what would you go as? Obviously, My Little Pony.
Pony. I'd go as Batman. I wore a Batman t-shirt to my very first Comicon because I thought that's what you did. I thought you dressed like what you were a fan of. And everyone was like in nice clothes. But yeah, Batman.
I don't know. I love the Jedi mythology, so. But I mean, unless I actually have the powers, the costume's not that great. It's like, give me a hobo costume. I'm a homeless dude with a wand.
That was your answer. You get one.
That was it. It's all right.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming to our meeting. Thank you, Kansas City. Thank you for having us.
Missouri.
We do have one more thing, though.
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah.
I know Emmanuelle does wonderful charity work, and she has something special for us, kind of a special opportunity.
So today I have, first of all, it's for my fundraiser and 501c3, the Fluffball Foundation, that goes to benefit this year the Hope and Animal Wellness Foundation, who deals with severe abuse cases. And he does incredible. Now they just lost this little dog, and it's he had his mouth stapled shut. Yeah, it was bad. Anyways. So anyways, I'm passionate about it, obviously. And it's to raise money for him. He's been doing it out of his pocket for like 5 years. And this year, I was like, he's helped me with my dogs. He runs, he's also a Chinese herbalist and does a lot of natural care for dogs. And he's helped me with many things with my animals. So, sorry, I couldn't hear me. So what I have today is 2 VIP tickets to a live taping of The Big Bang Theory and a signed cast photo with all their signatures, and it's for the next season, 2015-2016 season that starts at the beginning of August, I believe. And the tapings are usually on Tuesday nights in Los Angeles, and the VIP seating right up front, and then, you know, to go down onto the stage at the end of the show, have a beer with the crew and whatever cast is mingling around, say hello, and yeah, and that's what I've got for today, and it'll benefit the little fluffies. So.
And how do they get involved in the auction?
Pardon me?
How do they get involved? It's an auction, right?
It's an auction. We're going to auction it right now. So, and we take credit card, cash, whatever, you know. $500.
There we go, $500 going to Robin and Rich, with $500. Here, $600, $600.
Oh, we got in the middle.
We're just looking for hands. Anyone got any hands?
You say you had a bid? 600. Right here, 700.
This is for animals, guys. Come on.
5,000. Wow.
We'll hear 5,001 maybe.
Anybody gonna beat $5,000?
Doubt that.
Looks like we got a Frenchman going to The Big Bang Theory.
I think we hear crickets.
Do I hear 5,100? 6,000?
Crickets!
Going once?
What?
All right. Do I hear? This lady over here did it 2 weeks ago. I was actually there at the taping, and I came and said hello, and yes, wow, 6,000. So we got 6,000. We hear 7,000. 7,000. Yeah, go 6,500.
Yes, come on, incrementals here.
7,000. 7,000. All right. 7,500.
That's out of my league.
7,500.
Going once.
Going twice.
Sold for $7,000. Gentleman that offered 6,000. I have a second one. If you want it, it's yours for 6,000. Yep. Come on.